if you're into modern RPGs, then I cannot recommend Octopath Traveler 2 enough. There is simulated violence, but it's very mild. You go up against a variety of monsters. Octopath Traveler 2 is not like other media where they will go out of their way to poke fun at Christianity or try to make you question your beliefs. For another Christian-approved game, let's take a look at Octopath Traveler 2, a JRPG that is a throwback to the old school top-down turn-based style. Now, I know that some of you young people today might look at the art style and just dismiss this game outright and be like, ew, no, or be like, it's giving 1980s, or whatever it is you kids like to say nowadays.
How do you do, fellow kids?
I don't know, but take it from Unc. Graphics aren't everything. The story and character development is where it's at. Trust me, it's hitting. Did I use that correctly? Did I use that vernacular properly? Okay. Anyway, so if you're into modern RPGs like Final Fantasy 16, Expedition 33, or Baldur's Gate 3, I'm just noticing, why are there so many numbers after the actual title? Anyway, enough of that. Let me get back to what I was saying. If you like these types of RPGs, then I cannot recommend Octopath Traveler 2 enough. For those Christians out there who just abhor any type of violence, then I must warn you that yes, there is simulated violence, but it's very mild. You go up against a variety of monsters and a few humans from time to time.
Won't somebody please think of the children?
But most of the time, you will only tango with other humans during the story quest fights. Even with that, there is no blood splashing across your screen.
Those of you sitting in the first few rows will get wet.
Like in some other titles. It's kid-friendly and promotes strategy and problem solving in order to beat some of the harder bosses. Trust me when I say that kids in this generation need to work on their problem solving skills, because this whole TikTok brain that they have has made their attention spans shorter than an ant on stilts. The storyline in Octopath Traveler 2 is insanely good. So if you can actually stick it out and push through the grind in order to discover the characters' backstories and the struggles that they face going forward, then you will be rewarded. You will start off picking whichever character appeals to you, but as the story continues, you will eventually see the storylines of all the other party members converge together as you meet them throughout your travels. The only aspect of the game that might give my fellow Christians cause for pause is the portrayal of the fictional church and its members. Again, let me just reiterate that this is a fictional church with fictional characters, and all of this is taking place in a fictional world.
It's a made-up tale. It never happened.
So, while there might be some similarities to our real-world religions, I view it as nothing more than taking inspiration from organizations like the Catholic Church. Octopath Traveler 2 is not like other media where they will go out of their way to poke fun at Christianity or try to make you question your beliefs. Some other titles will even try to twist the message of the Bible in order for it to fit a harmful narrative. Although this game does have a magic system, and there is a member of the party that would traditionally be called a wizard, and he uses, obviously, magic spells like fire and lightning, etc. I believe that this game portrays its magic in a way that doesn't draw or pull from real world occultism. You won't find mentions to real world spells and the names of actual demons like what has happened in other forms of media and in other video games, say for example Dungeons and Dragons or the Elder Scrolls series of video games, just to throw out a couple names. In these properties, they use the name of actual, real world fallen angels, demons, and evil spirits. I feel like as a Christian and a follower of the Messiah, we as humans need to be able to live by our faith and rely upon Jesus Christ, or in the Hebrew, Yeshua. We need to rely on Him for everything that we do. Yet He still wants us to be able to relax and have fun. We have these emotions for a reason. He would not have given them to us if He did not want us to utilize them. While yes, reading your Bible diligently is good, and yes, there can be joy found in that, we can also find joy in other things, like, for example, playing video games. And while yes, you do have to be careful about certain games that you play, I think that this one borders on being what I like to call Christian approved gaming. Now, like I've said before, is any type of video game or media out there going to be 100% Christian approved gaming or movies or anime or whatever? No. These properties are not made by Christians for Christians. But when you take it at face value and simply engage with the media at a surface level to dive into a different world and have fun, then I think that this game accomplishes that goal, the goal of having fun, being able to relax. It allows the player the ability to dive into a fantasy world and spend a few hours fighting monsters, defeating the bad guy, and being the hero on an epic journey or quest, and without having to worry about if the video game has some type of subliminal signals that are trying to convince the player to turn away from the Most High and basically worship yourself as a god. That is what so many other things in entertainment are trying to do. They are trying to replace the Most High in heaven and have that individual be the most important thing in the universe.
I look at the clouds and they seem strange. You know, some of them turn purple or blue, or that's how you can tell that they're cloud ships and that they're being cloaked by the clouds.
I drive a starship. Try driving a car in a human world when you're used to driving a starship that has everything in front of you. For me, I have a planetary consciousness of 12 great-grand central suns, 5 of which have been blown up.
What? She believes that she can turn invisible because we are all blue beings.
See, I can disappear. Let me see if I can change the angle of this and show you guys what I mean. Can you see the blue outline here? You guys are blue beings.
These people are looking for her guidance and seek her teachings. What exactly are some of the teachings that Linda can give you? We have something called light language, which is my favorite part of all of this.
We'll activate solar codes within. More than likely chaos.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
How long have I been in Linda's vessel? I walked into this vessel April 25th, 2014. There's only 5 walk-ins that have occurred, and 2 of them have short-circuited. That's why there's very few actual walk-ins. There was the start of preparing the vessel for the walk-in experience, and I'm aware of that. Did my voice change? Yes.
The journey is usually the part that you remember anyways.
When we know that in the Bible it says there are no other gods before, obviously, the Most High. You know, He is number one, and these New Age religions and these entertainment properties will slowly get you to a point where you no longer, want to connect with the source and author of life. They will have you thinking that you can do all things and you can manifest and you can just create whatever it is that you want, and you cannot. I mean, if that's the case, then please, by all means, conjure up, a cheesecake. Cherry cheesecake, by the way, that's my favorite. Or strawberry, secondary. I mean, hey, if I could do that, I would eat cheesecake all day, every day. But I cannot. Even though we were made in God's image, we are not gods.
1 John chapter 4, verse 1. Dear friends, do not believe everyone who claims to speak by the Spirit. You must test them to see if the Spirit they have comes from God. For there are many false prophets in the world. This is how we know if they have the Spirit of God. If a person claiming to be a prophet acknowledges that Jesus Christ came in a real body, that person has the Spirit of God. But if someone claims to be a prophet and does not acknowledge the truth about Jesus, that person is not from God. Such a person has the spirit of the Antichrist, which you heard is coming into the world and indeed is already here.
Now, before we draw to a close, I must bring up one of the characters that you will come across while playing Octopath Traveler. And that character would be Temenos, who is an inquisitor. Part of his character is basically to question everything. And that includes the fictional church and the fictional gods that the people in this world worship. So as you play the game, you will see that Temenos is trying to uncover whatever dark mysteries are buried within the church. I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe if there were more real world Catholic priests and bishops and whatnot who, maybe acted a little bit like Temenos, then we wouldn't have had to deal with all of these abuses from the church when it comes to minors and other things. But let's not get into that. I digress. So let me jump back on track and close it out with this. If you want to know what's going on with this corrupt church, then you'll just have to pick up the game and play for yourself. So with that being said, I wish everyone many blessings and the strength to endure until the end. All praise is due to the Most High in the name of Yeshua. Peace.